This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey guys, it's Nemanja and welcome to another really fun episode. In today's video we will do another really cool cyborg effect, so you will learn step by step how to turn this person here into this really cool looking cyborg. So without further ado, let's jump straight into Photoshop and let the fun begin. Right guys, we are here in Photoshop and this is our photo for today. We have this beautiful woman that I got from Envato Elements, so a lot of assets I like to use from that website, and we will turn her into really good looking cyborg. So first thing that I always like to do before starting the photo manipulation is to make some kind of a sketch. So here you can go and create one empty layer, use this photo, your friend photos, yourself, and turn it into cyborg. Doesn't matter, I'm now giving you some ideas and showing you techniques so you will be able to use them to create some of your own versions. So don't copy exactly what I did here, do some your own twists here. Okay, so first of all you need to decide you want to do the whole portion of body, you want to crop just the face, etc. So here I will go with the face part, and you can decide what kind of cutouts do you want. Do you want something like this to have maybe something like this, then maybe some cutouts here, or maybe something also here, or whatever. Maybe you want to create some cutouts here. My arm is shaking, I don't know why, in this area. So cutouts here, and maybe something cool like this, or whatever. Maybe some cutout here and something like that, and do all the crazy things that you can. But what I will do, I already did before making this video, I just made some guidelines that I want to make some cutouts here on the face. So this will be it. Okay, so now what I will do here is first make a copy of this layer just in case I mess something up. I have a copy of this background layer, Control or Command J, and that's it. And now I will make really cool cutouts here for this. So before I create these cutouts, I want to show you actually something really cool. Maybe this will give you an idea to do something else with the photo. So I will go with the black and white adjustment layer, and I want to crack down the reds and the yellows. So to turn basically this into more blackish, darkish skin tone, and go to the layer mask, Control or Command I to invert it. And now I can use any of the brushes here that I want, and I can just paint these things into black part of the skin. So sometimes maybe you don't want to make cutouts, maybe you just want to have different colors of the skin. That's another cool effect for the cyborg. So I'm just giving you some ideas. Maybe something like this. I'm doing this really quickly and sloppy, just as a guideline to what you can do. So see, already looking cool, like some kind of, I don't know, Amazon warrior or something like that, some face helmet part, I don't know, some really cool things, but that's really cool if you want to do it. We will use this layer later, maybe this or exposure, we will see, so we will definitely use something of that. But now I will fast forward and use pen tool and just make some cutouts here with a pen, here, and come back really quickly. Okay, so I will press Control or Command Enter, and here we have this as a cutout. So I will make a copy of this, Control or Command J, okay, to have it as a separate element, as you can see, so I can move it. But also I don't want to move it for now. I want to fill it with this color right there. So let's fill this with a black back, and now Control or Command, click on this one and just fill this, okay? Just fill this to have it as a separate selection. Okay, so what I will do now, I can always tweak this if I don't like it, how I made the selection. I can always move it or just draw a different type of selection here, as you can see. So maybe I want something like this. I don't need necessarily to use a pen tool. I can manually draw this. Okay, and then I can use eraser and just tweak this a little bit. So you need to know that in Photoshop you can do the same things in different ways. So I can turn this into selection, Control Command click, okay, and go back here and Control or Command J. And so now, as you can see, I have two different parts. So this is one, this is another. Here is a little bit different. So now I see that I didn't made it quite right with this selection. So I can go back and just tweak it a little bit. And now do everything again. So Control or Command click on here, go to the background copy, Control or Command J, and I will delete these two because I don't need it. So I have the cheek right, CR. Okay, so it's my right, actually it's her left, but it's on my right side, so it's easier for me. Okay, I will do the same for the left side because the face is pretty much symmetrical. Let's see if I can just go with this and transform it to other side. So I will make a copy of this, Control Command J, then Control Command T, move this to the center of the nose, for example, then right click and flip horizontal, right? And it's nicely positioned here. So what we can do now is to tweak it a little bit, to move it up, to move it here. Okay, that's something to consider if you're a little bit lazy and you want to do it manually. So another cool way is to add the curves or any other adjustment layer and make it darker to see what you're doing. So now I can nudge it a little better. Okay, and that looks pretty cool. Also what I can do, I can go into Transform tool, Control Command T, and go right here, holding Control Command, I can move just this, or I can right click, go to Warp, and just warp this part a little bit. Okay. And let's see if I did something here. No, I will maybe move it a little bit. Right, let's see if the snapping is on. Yeah, I don't want snapping currently, so I want freely to move this. And this is pretty nice, so I can press OK, and I'm pretty happy with this part. So I can use it as a selection. So maybe it's a little bit too high, as you can see. Let me show you really quickly. Another layer right here at the top, and use this. So this eye is a little bit more down, but these two points are exactly the same height. So I will definitely move this a little bit more down, just because I don't like, I like to have the same distance here. Visually is for me a little bit better. So I can see that this is much higher because maybe the head is a little bit tilted and the eyes are not exactly symmetrical, etc. So what I will do here, I will just go and undo these things. All right, Control Command T, and let's see, something like this looks cool. Wait, I don't want to be in a crop tool, I want to be in a move tool. So right here, and something like this seems pretty nice. So I will go right here to the CR copy, or now we can name it cheek left. Okay, and Control or Command T, and just let's use warp tool. Right click, warp, and just push it a little bit down. Everything here, a little bit down, like that, and I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, so this is one way how you can do this, to cheat it a little bit, to not make another selection. So I'm pretty happy with this. Then I will control and click on this, go back here and fill this with that color. Obviously I will turn off this to see what I'm doing, and I can fill it with Control or Command and backspace, actually Alt and Option and backspace, sorry. So this is it. I have these two parts here. So these two parts will be holes in the cheeks, where I will put some wires and other cool things, so you will see that. And these two parts of the cheeks, actually, I will put it out a little bit, like it's part of her skin that is actually part of her head that is actually going a little bit out. You will see that pretty soon, but now it's time to mention the sponsor for today's video. This episode is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes that you can use to improve your current skills or learn some new skills. They have a lot of photography and illustration classes, graphic design, freelancing, and much more. For example, you want to step up your photo manipulation game and start learning some 3D softwares like Blender because it's free. Skillshare has some amazing tutorials on how to start Blender, how to model in Blender, how to animate in Blender, and much more. Also, they have some great drawing classes, and if you're a photo manipulation artist, you know that sometimes you need to draw certain things manually, and if you know how to draw, how to sketch, how to shade things, how to draw a hair, an eye, etc., that's really important. You will make your artworks even better, and I really recommend Mima's artwork, Beginner's Guide to Portrait Drawing in 19 lessons. She will cover all the basic things, and with that class you will improve your drawing skills a lot. Also, Skillshare is an ad-free, so you can stay in the zone while you're exploring new skills. Also, there are new premium classes launched each week, and there are so many cool things to learn there. So first 1,000 of my subscribers that use the link down there in the description will get 1 month completely free trial of Skillshare, so you can see if that's something for you, and if you like it, after 1 month you can just continue with the subscription, which is pretty affordable. Okay, let's go back to the video. So here what we done is made these two black parts as a selection and actually the holes in the skin. And now I will go with these cheek parts. I don't need this, so I will delete this one. And I will go with these two holes, put it up above everything, which is pretty cool. And what I didn't do, that's really cool that you remind me of that. This left part, cheek left, is actually the copy of cheek right and just inverted, so I have different texture here, so I don't want that. I will use this Control or Command and click just to make the selection, go back to the background copy, Control or Command J to make the actual copy of that part of the cheek, and this is it. I can delete this and name this cheek left. I hope that you followed this pretty right for now. So this is it. We have left and right part of the cheeks. Okay, the left part I will move a little bit out. The right part I will move a little bit out. So like, see, we have a little bit turned out like she's a robot, cyborg, and like we have openings here. Okay, we need to make this 3D, so we need to draw some depth here to make a little bit of the depth. And there is easier way and there is easy way. So both are easy. You can just make a new layer below this one for the right side, for example, and you can just use a color. So let's pick a little bit brighter tone of the skin here. And what you can do, you can use brush and just draw like this. So see how easy it is to make this, and then use eraser and just erase some extra that you want. And this is it. That's one way. That's easy way. But there is an easier way to make a copy of this. So Control or Command J. Okay, we made a copy. We will move that copy. Not the copy. Actually, we will move the copy down below. And then we will move the copy with the arrows. A little bit up, a little bit left. This is it. And then we will go right here and we can use whatever. We can use Hue and Saturation Adjustment layer, clip it to effect only that. Make it brighter. See? We can desaturate if we want, we can change the color if we want, we have a lot of options, but for now I will just make it brighter and move it a little bit more like this. So that's pretty nice. And also we can just go here and draw or delete some extra parts, so we can create layer mask. I'm doing everything non-destructively, so let's make layer mask and let's use a black color and just poof. Just delete like that and bring back actually some part here. If we need some extra painting here, we can always go to the layer, and remember you need to uncheck this and to sample this color in order to have everything really the same tone here. And then we can just draw here. If you sample this tone, then it will be much brighter because see, this tone here is something that we want. So that's cool. And let's see here. We need to do the same thing here. So hide this, sample this tone, bring it back if you want now or later, whatever, and just make it like that. Also, we can add some shadowing here if we want. We can do that using the same layer mask with the brush tool, some softer brush, and just, for example, here the light will be probably a little bit less hitting this part, more this part. So just if you want, you can play with that, but that's completely optional, and I will not go so much into details because I don't want to waste your time. But this is it. You can see how easy with just Hue and Saturation Adjustment layer and make a copy of the same part of the cheek, you can create this really cool depth effect. I will fast forward, do another again for the left side, and come back here. Okay, so we have these two parts of the cheeks, and I will group them. So this is what is this? This is Control Command G. This is cheek left. This is cheek right. All right, so we have these two. Perfect. Let's go and create some other things. Let's make this a little bit more interesting right now. Let's add some wires and other things, and then we will go and create some other things. So first, let's go back to full screen. I like it like this better. All right, and now let's go and add few elements. So let's go to the Finder here, and I want my cables. So not this one. I want this exactly. So I'll move it right here and make it a little bit smaller, right? Like this probably. Let's see, we can always make it bigger because it's in a smart object here and we can manipulate with that. So cheek right, we need to put this below, right here. I will hide for now these patches, and let's play with this. So let's position it something like maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe here and here. Let's see if I make it smaller, if I rotate a little bit. Let's see. Now let's add a layer mask and really easily delete everything that is outside of these holes, right? So we need to make impression that these actually cables are going here inside, right? So that's perfect. We'll make the holes, these black parts, even darker. So don't worry about that. And we will make the better impression of all these things going black. So something like this, and here something like this is pretty nice. So maybe it's too much out. So let's uncheck the layer mask and layer icon here so we can freely move this. Okay, so probably I will do something like, I will delete this, don't worry about that now. I'm just thinking about the position and the size of these wires. So maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe something like this. Let's see. Let's mask out everything here. Let's do this. And actually, I will go to the cheek right or here. So here actually I will go, and let's make the whole mask, and then you will see I will do something with the shadows. So let's make it like this, and also hide this. I don't want this to be visible. Perfect. Let's see, this looks cool, not bad at all. Not bad at all, but do I like it? Let's see if we put this right here, and I think this should be a little bit smaller. Like this, because I want this to cover that part there, so I like it. All right, so pretty decent, pretty decent. If we move it a little bit here to the eye, no. So let's leave it like this for now. Another thing that we need to do here is to add the depth of this part of the skin that is visible from above. So we'll do that really fast here by going to this part right there, create a new layer above this black and white things, control click on it, and we need to shrink the selection. So how to do that? Well, we can go to select and modify and contract, and let's go with 5. I don't know, pretty decent. So here what I will do, I will again go with the brighter part of the skin. We can always make it even brighter, but let's see. We need to invert the selection, control or command I, like that. And it doesn't matter if I paint it more than this, I will fix it. So here and here we have these visible parts. Okay, control or command D to deselect that, and we need to erase extra. So extra is everything that is not in these selections right here. So control click to load this, shift control I or shift command I to just invert the selection and just erase everything that is out of that. So this is it, and we have it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if this will be visible actually. Yeah, some parts will be visible, so it's cool to make it. All right, this is really nice, and what I want to do here is to go to the depth part, and I will use the same layer to the other side. So I will fast forward this. I will do exactly the same thing, select, modify, contract, do exactly the same. Okay, so we have it here, and now I want to add, let's add curves adjustment layer. Why not? Let's try it. Make it darker. Okay, put it into luminosity blending mode. That's it, and I like it. So this is it. We have really cool depth here. On other parts will not be visible. Okay, now let's move these wires to the other side too. So we have some issues here. We need to fix it. It's right here. Control Shift I or Shift Command I on a Mac, and just make a mask here. Just mask out everything that is out of this. Perfect. And now I will go Control Command J. Okay, perfect. Control. I will delete this, disable layer mask, because I will add another one. And Control or Command T, put this on the center on the face, flip horizontal, and here we have it. Also, I will go here in the center and I will rotate. I will use different parts of this cable, so probably let's see, like this, something a little bit different. Okay, and I will go with layer mask. I will add this layer mask right there, so we have it here. We need to fix it a little bit, so everything that is outside here we can mask back out, and that's pretty cool. I really like it. Okay, now we need to fix certain things. See, there are some highlights from the right side of the image, and a little bit highlights from the left side, and we don't have light source from these sides. So if you zoom to her eyes, you can read the light source map, to say like that, how the lights are positioned. So we have one light at the top of her beauty dish, as you can see, and a little bit like a reflector at the bottom here to soften the shadows. And we don't have lights from the side, so we need to fix that. So to fix that, we need to go it manually. So this is one cable. I will go right here, create layer mask, clip it to affect only cables, and go right there, Alt and select sample this color, and everything where is this brighter part, I will just, let's use different brush. This is this soft brush. I will just cover that. See, really simple and easy. It doesn't need to be 100% precise, because actually we have cover here. So I'm doing this for nothing. I'm doing this to show you just that that's possible, because we will have cover, and this is something that will not be visible. But now that I did it, let's create another layer here, and let's fix it, just to show you, if you don't want to have these covers, you need to find another way to fix it, and this is one really cool way to do it. So okay, so let's say that's okay. Let's say that's okay. What I don't like overall here is the color of these wires. So I will go and group all these wires, Control Command G, name wires. And I will add Hue and Saturation Adjustment layer, clip it to affect only wires, and let's change it. Ooh. Oh, I like this pinkish tone. Maybe I will change the lipstick color a little bit to match this, who knows. So this looks pretty decent, I really like it. Now it's time to add even more details here. Let's make her even more interesting. We need to add a neck part, like a cyborg neck part. We need to add a few details on the face. I will do something with the eyes, then maybe some heads-up display here, and a few things on the forehead, and we are done. So now I will fast forward this a little bit because I will make, let me show you, I will make these holes, cutouts, exactly the same like I did with the cheeks here. So you don't need to watch it again, me doing this slowly, just fast forward this. Okay, so here we have it. This is that. I added these curves adjustment layers just to have better view what I'm doing here. What I made a mistake here, I did the same mistake as previously. So this copy part is the part from the right side. So I will just control click on this, go here, control command J, and here we have the forehead left. So this is left, and we can erase this right part and erase all these layers. So we have, let's see, left part, ooh, we have right part, we have another left part, and we have center part. Perfect. So now what we can do, we can go to this black and white adjustment layer, and first control or command click, holding shift, control, and click here, or command, control shift, or command shift on the Mac. So that's it. And load all these as a selection, go right here, fill it with the black, and we're done. So this is pretty cool. So we can leave it like that. We can make this as a whole or whatever. So I will definitely bring all of these parts a little bit up, and I will do something. So I will go with the right part, move it a little bit. Okay, I will make the depth of that as a previous. So I will control command J, copy it, move this down below, add Hue and Saturation Adjustment layer, clip it to affect only that one, and make it a little bit brighter. And now I can move this. So I can move it a little bit down and left here, actually something like this. Okay, and I can tweak it. First, let's make it even brighter to see what I'm doing. Then I can go again, control command T, right click, warp, and just tweak it a little bit like this, and like this. What do you think? Pretty cool. And also lower now the brightness a little bit, and I can move everything. So everything here, I can move it just to. Also, I can control command T and just make an impression like it's open like a door. So sorry for the sound, but that's like okay. Maybe here a little bit like that. Move the positions. So maybe move this a little bit down, this a little bit up. It doesn't need to be 100% realistic, just need to fool the viewer. So I think that's cool. Also, we need to make a depth inside her forehead here. So to do that, remember exactly the same thing. I will do this in a speed because let's see where is that depth part. It's right here, because I don't want to waste too much of your time here, but you already saw it. So use a brush and just where this will be visible here. So here, and probably a little bit will be visible here. Down, I will not make anything, maybe a little bit up there. Maybe, I'm not even sure if I should do this, but I will erase everything else. So I will do for all other three things exactly the same, fast forward and come back really shortly. You saw the principles behind this, so everything is exactly the same. Okay, so this is it. I just made these holes. I moved few of, actually this one I moved. The center part and left part is pretty much there, just a little bit out. That we can see that there's separate parts. You can do it however you want. So I can move this one a little bit more out, probably more up, whatever. So that's it. Also, I want inside to be pretty much dark. So we have our black and white, and we can go here and go with the curves and clip it to affect only that one and make this like really black, right? And also inside we can put certain parts, so we will do that in a moment. But before that, I just want to, let me see, I just want to leave that like this. Let's see about this part right here. So wires, this one, if I move it a little bit more inside, up and inside, and change the shape a little bit. Let's see. This looks pretty nice. Okay, I will definitely cover this one. About this one, I will see. Maybe not. Maybe I can leave it outside. Maybe I can put some hair about this. Let me show you how to do that. So let's group this. Control Command G, and let's say this is wire left with T, not okay. Oops, again the same mistake. What a mistake, Hdmi. Okay, so this is it, and we can add a layer mask here. And what we can do, let's first go right here down. Let's put R for retouching layer, and what I like to do, I like to sample the hair here and to cover the ear, right? Okay, like that. Then I can go here to wire left, and I can group this actually. Control Command G. This is wire right, or let's put it full name like I did here. Okay, and now let's go to this layer mask, and what we can do, we can just mask out this part right there, just like that, just mask out. And let's use a little bit softer brush and just mask out a little bit. Okay, and then use harder brush, really low, maybe just a few pixels here and there, and just add like some hair is falling over the top of this. So you got a point. Like this. Also, we can draw it manually if we want, but not bad for this. And also, I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to blur this a little bit. So I will go with the blur tool, make it a lot smaller, and strength maybe 20. Okay, just to blur this a bit. Perfect. So I'm showing you just a simple way how you can do this. If you want to hide a little bit with the hair, optional, don't need to do it. Right, let's do this part right there. So for that part, I will go and create a new layer, use pen tool, and go probably somewhere around here where the center of the lips starts. Let's see. I think it's pretty nice. I will control and enter, or command and enter, and fill it with the color. So I will fill with some grayish tone for now, like this. Okay, just fill it. Control Command T, put this right. Oh no, I need to make a copy. Control or Command J, Control Command T, put this at the side, and right click and flip horizontal like that. And now just rotate and make it better. Okay, move it here. Like that. Let's see what we did. We did some cool thing. Okay, so I will nudge it somewhere here. And also I will select both of these, Control Command E, and now I have this as one object. I can Control Command T, right click, warp it, and I can just move this a little bit and this a little bit. So let's see, and also I can move this and this a little bit. So the point is that you can always refine it later, but let's say that this is cool. And now I want to make like this is again some part inside her cheek here, chin here, and you will see how we'll make this really cool effect. So behind this we will put this. We will add a black color. So behind this, so what we can do, this is chin part. Okay, we can create a new layer actually below that one. This is black, and we can just go and fill it with black, but what, 100% opacity, right? That's cool. Okay, and we can erase this part that actually is not necessary. Okay, now we need to make impression that this is curved. So we'll do that with dodge and burn, and we will do that with curves, for example. We can do it with curves. Okay, clip it effect, only that, make some parts brighter. Also, I want this part to be darker, so I will go with another curves adjustment layer and first make this gray part darker. Okay, then I will make it brighter. So right click, softer brush, oops, make the brush bigger, and this part will be a little bit brighter, like this. This part should be darker, so let's do it like this. This part should be in the shadow, like the shadow right there. So really nice. And also this part should be in the shadow. So we need to mimic the lights in the scene right here on her face. And we are pretty much done. So maybe I can make this a bit darker, like this. And also I want the whole chin part to be darker, so I can go with exposure, for example, and make everything darker. So you can see it's already better. We are missing few details, and we will do that really easily to sell the effect even better. So we will go and let's group everything here as a chin. Okay, and what I will do here, I will go with highlights. Okay, and I will manually draw highlights. I will use this color here and go right there, and just with the brush with 100% opacity, soft brush, I will just do this. Maybe it looks silly, but trust me, this will help to sell the effect. It doesn't matter if I paint inside this gray part, we will delete it really easily. Okay, let's see. That's pretty nice. And now I can just delete it, but I don't remember where I painted. So see, if I unzoom it, it's pretty cool. I really like it. So what we need to do to add a layer mask right here, and to just gently brush out these parts down here and these parts here, just to be a little bit darker, because we are in the shadows here. We are playing with the shadows, and this is it. So let me show you really quickly. Before, just a plain, just a simple plane. It's nothing special, but with all these effects, we have that curved, really nice looks, and it's like a part of her body. Okay, so that's it. Now let's add few other effects. Let's go here to the Finder and let's go with Hdmi Converter, and I will use this. I will use this for some really cool effects. Okay, so this is it. It's pretty cool. We need to make it brighter, so I will go Control Command L for levels. And see, it's a little bit brighter. I like it. And we can just position it right there. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. Maybe, I'm not sure. Everything is just experiment. So here I can make a copy of it, one here, and make another one here. So not bad at all. So this is in a wrong group. I don't want to be this in a chin. I want to be this in a separate group named Hdmi. Okay, not N. What is wrong with me today? M. Okay. Yeah, Hdmi. Right, guys. So this is it. We can make a copy here and have a really cool copy of that on the other side if you want. Let's see. Not bad, not bad at all. We can put it here on the forehead, but it won't be visible because we need to move it all the way up, like this. And now we can just go here. Let's see how it looks. Not bad either. So, but I don't want to have that. Maybe this, like this. I will leave it like that. I can put something else here or nothing. So I can put it here. Three plugs, but I don't know why should that be there. So, okay, let's do something cool here. Let's go here and use Hue and Saturation Adjustment layer and just play a little bit with the lips. Control Command I, do invert layer mask, and just paint the lips to change the tone to this really cool pinkish color, just to match the wires, right? So nothing fancy here. Guys, we can do this for a lot more hours to make it really cool, but we don't have it. We don't have that time for the tutorial. If I'm doing a speed art, then it's possible, but then a lot of you guys are saying you don't like speed arts, you like full tutorials like this, and then it's not possible to do everything. So sometimes I do speed arts, sometimes I do this, so everybody will be happy. Okay, that's perfect. I really like it. Okay, so what can we do next? We can do a lot of things here, but let's make a neck here and let's call it for today. Neck and a few other effects and call it for today. I know it's pretty long tutorial, but you asked it. So let's go with the neck. Let's go with this. Let's see. Yeah, with bearings. So let's go and put it in Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, but I don't like it like that. I want to put it as a separate document. Come on. What's wrong today here with me and computer? So I want it here. Okay, and I just want to use this without shadows and everything. So again, this is a 3D object from Envato Elements, and I'm using that a lot. So let's go name this lips. Okay, paste it right there, and wow, this is cool. All the separate objects. Okay, Control Command T, rotate it like this, make it smaller, because this needs to be like the part of the neck here. You will see, it will look really cool. So maybe turn it a little bit like that. And also I want to make some adjustments. So I will go with a new layer, clip it effect, only this one. I will go with really dark color and I will cover everything here. Maybe you're asking why? Well, that's a great question. And if you're patient enough, you will see, It's pretty cool effect. You will see in a moment. Oops. Yeah, today is definitely something strange with this Photoshop. Okay, so like that. All right, and I can just merge these two together and turn it back into smart object, because maybe I will make it even smaller, maybe a little bit wider and a little bit taller and a little bit narrower, like that. And then this one will be here. Copy this one above, make a copy of this one. Cool, make a copy of this one. Make a copy of this one. And we are done. So we are done. Okay, we have this part right there. And this is, I will put in a group, call it neck. And maybe it looks strange for now, but we will fix it, don't worry. So it will be here in the middle. In the middle of the screen, like, like that. All right, let it be. Then create a layer mask, right? And the layer mask should fix all the things here for us. So I always would like to move it a little bit more and then bring back certain details. Also, we need to blur this a little bit, because as I can see, this part here is a little bit out of focus. We'll see that later, if it's necessary or not. But for now, this is perfecto, or perfect. So let's see the chin. The problem here with this photo is I cannot really see. I cannot really see the edges of the chin. It's it's right there. It's right there. Like this. Okay, that's perfect. So let's hide this layer that we don't need it. Now, when I unzoom it, I can see that this neck part should be a little bit wider. Like this, probably. So now let's fix the mask. Let's fix the mask. So like this. And also we need to go and add, for example, exposure adjustment layer, clip it, affect only that part, and make this darker. So we can make everything darker for shadows. Let me show you. We'll do two things. So first of all, let's fix this. This is not so important because we will do something with the neck, which will blend this even better. But let's go with this, invert it, and just with really soft brush, just add some shadow, like it's the real shadow of the neck. Let me show you. See, that shadow is pretty nice, and right there, and here maybe just a bit. Okay, so now I want to make everything even darker. All these things like that. I like this dark. Why? Well, you will see. I will use this black and white adjustment layer and paint the neck here, but just the neck dark. So yeah, we cannot do like that. We can make another one. I want to put it right here, just to save time rearranging these layers. So black and white, I I don't want these artifacts, so not too much. We'll see if we will make it even darker, but for now, let's say it's like this, and it's like this. Just this part of the robot will have a different color. Yeah, probably we'll make it a bit darker. Probably. Okay. That's perfect. I really love it. Let's see. Yeah, and we need to add even more things here. So let me show you. Let's add this bar. Okay. It's a gym bar, but we'll add it here in the front, in the neck group, but in the front of everything. So where is it? Is this? Wow, it's here. Perfect. So I will put it right there. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Now what we can do, we can add some lights inside here. We can change the eyes a little bit, add a little bit more effect, and crop photo, do final color grading, and we are done. Okay, before we continue adding a few effects, let's clean up a few things here. Let's add some shadows here on the cables, for example, because we need to do that. So these are the cables, and how we will do it? Well, we'll go right here. Go with the exposure adjustment layer, clip it to affect only the actually wires, the whole group here. Let's make everything darker, pretty much dark like this. Invert it, and now everything is a matter of just brushing out with really nice soft brush. Okay, I really like it. So one more time, before and after. Let's zoom this a little bit, hide this panel. Before and after. This is really cool. So pretty much we are done here with all these things. Now let's add a few details. So I want to add some kind, instead of adding wires and things inside here, we can just go and add some, let's see, we can add, this is the depth, so behind that we can add some lights. Let's say lights, and I will show a really cool way how to add that heads-up display here on her eye. That's amazingly easy with one thing that I want to show you. So for the light, I want to have this, right? Then another layer to put it in the linear dodge blending mode. Color, let it be, let's go with this tone here first. Right, let's zoom this and go outside like this. Right? And I want another layer in the same blending mode, so that, but I want red color and even darker like this. And are we? Yeah, we are. So this is pretty cool. So we have some kind of light there going on. Let's see. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, and we can group this as a light inside here. So we can have one light, we can have another one here, maybe a bit bigger. And it's really cool that this effect is going on here, so I really like it. So like there is something going on there, maybe one over there too, so that's cool. I will not go more in depth with that. Let me see, all other things are pretty nice. What we can do else here is play with the eyes. So first let's add heads up display, and then we will retouch the eyes a little bit. But I'm just I'm just thinking, should I add a few more things or not? I know that this tutorial is already too long, but maybe this cable, I will just try this. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's an option that I'm not sure if I like. So this is before, this is after. Actually, no. I'm showing you what you can do. I will leave it like this for now. It's like a big ear, so I'm not sure. All right, let's leave it like that and put it all the way up here. Group it and name it cable. Today my spelling is crazy bad. Actually, my typing is bad. So cable, I will go like that, hide it. And now what I want to do actually is to merge everything together. Shift Control Alt T or Shift Command Option E on a Mac. Okay, right click and say Convert to Smart Object. And now we will add that heads up display. I will use Boris FX Optics 2022. It's amazing filter for adding effects in Photoshop, not just effects, but color grading or whatever. And I have a full video on that and also some additional tutorials. You can check it on a link right there in some of my previous episodes. But what I like to do here, I will go with the particle illusions, and I want to zoom this a little bit. And now I will go right here, go to particle illusions and search heads up display. Did I went here? No. Okay, so here it is. We have so many of these effects, and I will quickly go here and transform it. So particle properties, I want the size to be smaller, probably like that. Also, I want to move this here. Let's zoom this maybe a little bit more. Oops, not there, but a little bit more up and there. And maybe it's too big. So, amazing thing with all these effects is that you can animate them. You can animate them and use different frame of animation if you don't like it. So you can go and choose different frame and you can see the effect will be a little bit different. So that's really cool. Also, it's not just that. You can add whatever you want. There are so many here. Oh, they're too small now because I made this one smaller. But you can see how many of these cool effects we have. Let's make this a bit bigger. Maybe I'll add this one. Let's see the time. Let's go with the 0. Or this one looks cool. Also, let me see. This one looks cool too. Or this, or maybe let's see this one. Ooh, I will use this one. I like this one. So I'll just center it a little bit. Perfect. And just check out a few other. This one is cool too. It's different color, but we can change the color. I love the percentage here. So let's see. That's cool too. You can see there's so many really cool heads-up display here that you can use, but we will not go through all of them. There are thousands of effects generally here in Boris FX Optics. So I will go with this one. And also, what is really cool here is that we can go with let's say composition here, and I want to go to alpha and apply mode, and also want to go with here to none, and I want just to have the particle here. That's cool. We can set the contrast. You can see we can play with this. Also, we can set the brightness. We can make it a bit brighter here. We can also do it in Photoshop, but I wanted that. And also we can set different tints. So maybe if I want some bluish tone here, for example, I can set that, but I will leave it like this and I will change it in Photoshop and I will say apply. And it will bring me back into Photoshop. You can see just as that effect alone. So that's pretty awesome. I can scale it a little bit. Let's see if I scale it like this, what will happen. Need to recalculate the effect. So yeah, what I will do actually, I will go right click, rasterize layer, and now I can go back to convert to smart object, and I'm thinking, should I scale it a little bit, or the original is really cool? And now we can play with hue and saturation. So let's add this, and we can go to colorize. Okay, let's say that I'm happy with this. Let's say that I want to leave it like that. It doesn't matter. So I just want to change the color of these numbers. All right, and now we can do something. We can either leave it like this, or we can just rotate this and flip it here. I want the center to be in the center of the effect, right? And I can just go and flip horizontally, because we can have the impression that she's actually looking at those numbers. So she can see the numbers in front of herself. So it will definitely be the mirror image of what we are seeing. And this is how it looks. So not bad. But what I don't like these numbers now being here. So because it's obstructing this part of the face. So maybe I will go like this, right? And just need to rasterize this definitely. So okay, and just move this somewhere here, or just delete those numbers. So I can go and just go with these, right? And add the layer mask and just put this here. That's perfect. So we can go like that. Let's see. So let's say that she's actually watching those numbers, so that's why it's mirrored flip image. And what I like to do here, I want to go all the way down to her eye and add a new layer, and maybe add linear dodge blending mode. I want to sample this tone and use the darker version of that tone. And I want to turn the eye into that color. Again, as I already said, we can do so many things here. I'm not sure if I will change something, I will do something, but let's do a final color grading. What I actually would do, I would copy this and create a new layer, a new document, paste it right here, and I want to crop this actually. I want to crop it in 4:5 aspect ratio. For example, I want to put it on Instagram, and I will crop this out. I know that you guys like it, but I want to have more of the effect here in the frame. So probably something like this. Let's see. So now she is more, the face is more pronounced and the effect is better here, etc. So maybe I will do some changes. Maybe I will do some changes and put another version on Instagram. I'm not sure. So this is the version for this tutorial. And what I like to do, I like to make a copy of this, convert to smart object, go to filter and camera filter. And here I just want to apply a few settings. So I want to add contrast. I want to open the shadows a bit, maybe to go to color grading here, to go to darks, the shadows, and add a little bit of the bluish tint overall to the shadows, like this, and to balance it like that. Also, we can add vignetting, but in a crop version it will not be visible, so we need to do it differently. But let's just say that we are doing like that. And also what we can do, we can go and add a vibrance a little bit, and then we can sharpen it a bit. Let's see, we want to sharpen that, so like that. And let's say that we are pretty happy with the results. So this is before, this is after, just the subtle color grading. We can use Boris FX Optics for color grading too. And let's see here. If I copy this and paste it right there. Let's see if we'll paste it on the right place now, but we'll fix it. I want to show you before and after. Okay, let's pretend that it's perfect. So this is before, this is after. Really cool effect, beautiful lady, beautiful cyborg. We can add even more effects here. Again, maybe I will do it for the Instagram version. Who knows, but that's it. That's it, guys. It was a little bit longer tutorial, but you asked for it. You love these long tutorials. Let me know what you think about this episode. What do you think about these longer tutorials? I know that some of you like it, but this is the way if you want to learn step by step. There is no shortcuts. If you're a little bit more advanced user of Photoshop, then this is maybe too long for you. You can just see speed art tutorial and speed art episode, and you can pick up all the necessary things, ideas, tips, tricks, techniques, and do your own artwork. But this is another version of learning for the people who don't know many things and still are in a learning process. This is perfect. Right, guys, so that would be it for today. If you like this episode, press the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe in case you're not ready, and also ring the bell to get notified about all the future episodes. Have fun, experiment, and see you next week in next fun episode. Bye bye.